As you guys know, I've been gaming Doom 2016 on my Series X lately, and I thought I made a video just to share my experience with the console so far. Without a doubt, the load times have been definitely better compared to the base Xbox One. I'm totally not used to how fast the maps are loading, and it's been great. Graphics are better too, textures, lighting, shadows are much more crisp and clear, but I don't have a 4K monitor, so it's not completely taking, the full advantage of the Series X, but I do notice the graphics were an improvement over the original Xbox One on my 1080p monitor. Same thing that can be said with the frame rate. I've actually noticed where I don't encounter that weird frame rate issue where the cackle demons would fly really high up in the map and lag the game. It seems to be non-existent on the Series X, and I even had a part on one of my maps where I used to get some massive frame rate lag because of a mancubus that spawns, but when you kill him it completely removes that frame rate lag. But on the Series X that issue isn't there anymore. However, I still do get frame rate issues if enemies do get stuck on objects and the game just magically lowers the frame rate, so that issue is still there, unfortunately. I was playing one of Void Runner's tech-based campaign maps, and I think I encountered an enemy that got stuck on one of his objects, and I got that weird frame rate drop. Like, it felt like I was playing at locked 60 FPS, and then all of a sudden, just because that enemy, he was like doing something to that object, it dropped down to like 30 frames. But when I killed that stuck demon, it came back to 60 FPS again. I have to do more testing with the performance in the future because there are maps that I know that have crappy frame rate just to test if these issues still occur on the Series X. But personally, I think it's just more on the game side rather than the console itself. Just like how in SnapMap, if you don't remove the block demon option on the floor textures, the frame rate becomes awful for no apparent reason. So I really think that incident doesn't necessarily represent the console's power. And as far as my playing experience, I've just been mostly replaying levels from myself and other authors just to enjoy the enhanced experience, and it's been mostly very smooth and better than the standard Xbox One. I think that's all I have to say as far as my SnapMap experience goes with the Series X. I've been playing Eternal 2, which has also been great, and some Xbox Live Arcade games, which the experience isn't much different compared to what I experienced on the Xbox One, which is a good thing, by the ways. This map I was playing is called Radioactivity. It's a good campaign-styled map with RPG mechanics, and it's a fun map that I recommend you guys check it out if you haven't. I do believe all of my experience so far with SnapMap can be a similar experience on the PS5 too, so take that in note if you plan on getting that console instead of the Series X. But so far I'm happy with the Series X. There's no real must-buy exclusives yet, but this year is where the exclusives are supposed to come out, and the two games I'm interested are the new Halo and this cyberpunk style Diablo game called The Ascent. I can definitely say that once you get a Series X, you cannot go back to the original Xbox One anymore. It's that much better, and it's worth it if you can get your hands on it.